What's poppin', T Squad? I hope all y'all have an amazing day. Or if you're not, after you watch this, you're gonna start to have an amazing day. So a lot of you guys been asking me to do a react video to when I found out Keisha was pregnant. So here we go. You ask, we deliver. So I'm gonna do my reaction to the first time I found out she was pregnant, which dates back about 7 years ago, because our son is now 6. So this would have happened about 7 years ago. So leading up to it, a lot of people asked us, did we plan to have kids early? Did we plan to have our children or whatever? And the answer is kind of in between, because we weren't necessarily preventing it. We weren't actively like using any type of birth control or preventing it. But at the same time, we weren't talking to each other and being like, oh, let's have a baby, let's plan, let's watch your cycle and make it happen or whatever. So we were kind of in between. We weren't stopping it. We weren't asking for it. I kind of had intuition or vibe that she was before it really happened. I could just kind of tell like there was a little bit of like mood swings. I think she was maybe like upset stomach 1 or 2 days. And in the back of my mind, I didn't say anything, but in the back of my mind, I'm like, okay, is she pregnant? Like, what's going on? Then I remember I think I was at work and she was hanging out with like one of her friends. And basically I get the text and it's like, guess what? Yo, that moment, I knew before she told me. Then she's like, guess what? And I was guessing at random stuff. I'm like, oh, whatever. And she's like, no, like, guess what? And then I was like, what is it? Like, just tell me, what is it? And then she sent me a picture message of the positive test. And I was like, wow, like, holy, that was the craziest emotion ever. Instantly, I'm not gonna lie, I was overjoyed. Cause like, my love for Keisha from off the bat, as I've told you guys in so many vlogs, has been through the roof since I met her. So the moment I found out we were having a baby, I was super excited. I was like an emotional, like, I wouldn't say a wreck, but I was just filled with emotion. Like I was so excited, so happy. I was a little bit nervous. I wanted to tell people, but at the same time, like, I just wanted to be with Keisha. So when I came home from work that day, I just remember like hugging her and just being like, baby, like no matter what happens, I got you. We're gonna be good. And it just instantly, guys, I had the biggest feeling of like, I don't know the exact word I'm looking for, not accomplishment, but I had like instantly a sense of purpose. I felt like instantly I knew that I had to get my life on track and that everything was gonna be all right. A lot of people get like really stressed out when they find out they're having a baby. That wasn't me. I just knew that this is what I needed to get my life on track, because not to say I was like a really like troubled, person or anything, but I was a college dropout. I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life long term. I was maybe not hanging with the right crowd, so to say. And as soon as we found out this news, it was just like, okay, like now everything makes sense. Now it's time to get your life on track. Now it's time to, really build a future. So that's basically how it felt the very first day. From then forward, it was just like, it was crazy. It was just, starting to plan, starting to, figure out how we're gonna situate ourselves. And another kind of big, thing around this whole reaction would have been like when I told my mom, my dad too, but you know how a mom is finding out this news. So I remember calling my mom and I did the same thing Keisha did to me. I'm like, guess what, mom? And she knew right away, I think. She guessed maybe 2 or 3 little things. And after I said no, she's like, Keisha's pregnant. She's pregnant, right? I'm like, yes, like we're having a baby. I expected like a lecture or like oh my God, like, are you serious? Because we were young. We were like, what, 18, 19 years old at this time. So my mom was like super supportive, and I love my mom so much for this. My dad too, like don't get twisted, my dad is super supportive too. But the first conversation I had was with my mom about it. And she's just like, wow, like, you know what? I'm so excited. I'm gonna have a grandson or a granddaughter. And then, we just got talking about how we're gonna situate ourselves. And yeah, from then, like it was on and popping. Me and Keish would go on to, move. At this point we were already living together, but we would move from that place we were in when we found out to various other places, trying to find the best place to have a baby. And the rest is history. Like, it was tough. I'm not gonna say that it was super easy and we just, bounced into being like perfect parents. And I'm not saying we're perfect parents, but there were some rough times. You know, it's hard to have a baby at a young age, but me, guys, I can't speak for anyone else, but me personally, it was the best thing for me. You know, as I said, it just got me really on track. It turned me into like a really focused person. It helped me find myself. So I give all the credit to Camaro, my awesome son. And if you guys watch the vlogs, you know, regularly, you guys know Camaro's like the sweetest boy in the world. So I'm so blessed. I'm so happy with how he's turning out as a young man, and or as a kid still. I guess he is a young man, but Camaro's my world. Callie too, but you know, Camaro's my firstborn, and this story is about Camaro. So, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, there's not too much else to the reaction. If you guys like this and you enjoyed this little reaction video, then, you know, give it a thumbs up. And if you guys really want it, I may do a part 2 about when I found out she was pregnant with Callie the second time. The second time was a little bit more dramatic, maybe. I don't know. So we might do that story if you guys want it. But yeah, that's pretty much it, T Squad. That's my reaction to when Keisha told me she was pregnant. And I have to admit, it's one of the best days of my life ever. So yeah, being a dad is super, super important to me. That's like, that defines me probably more than anything else. So yeah, anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed this little story. Sorry it's short, but you know, that's what it is. It's not a super long story. Yeah, T Squad, until next time, we out. Smarties.
Can I have some?
Pencil.
Happy birthday!
It's a hoverboard! I knew it!